Okay, so this is just a really quick video on how to get the Google Analytics 4 tag into Shopify. So I've got the old Google Analytics tag under this account, and to upgrade it I'm just going to go to the admin and get the new tag here. So if it's a brand new Google Analytics account, you'll just have to go through and set up the profile from scratch and get your tracking code and get the new tags for this. So if I create a property and then go to see my property, and that should take me to the next part of the setup assistant, which is the tag installation. So we need to come into this installation part here, and we want to go to this one. And if you're using Tag Manager, you obviously need to use this one, but I'm just installing Analytics without Tag Manager, so I'm going to use this top one here, the global site tag. So you can copy it just using this here. And then if we jump into our Shopify store, so we've got all the code we need to track our analytics. This needs to be on every page of the site, so we jump into Shopify. And the trouble you'll find on here now with the new tag is if you go to Online Store and Preferences, this is where you used to be able to just put in the old tracking number, which was a UA code. But unfortunately, you can't do that at the moment because they haven't upgraded it to work with Google Analytics 4. So when you paste this in and then hit save up in the corner, you'll find it just gives you an error saying the snippet isn't valid. And this is the old style Google Analytics snippet here that it's looking for. So if you're using it already, what you need to do is delete your old one from here, so you don't run it twice. You don't want to run the old tag and the new tag. So just make sure this part is clear. If you're adding a new tag or if you're starting from scratch, it's not a problem because this will be empty anyway. So what we're going to do is go into the themes menu, and we're just using the debut theme because this is just a dummy store. But if we jump into actions, the best thing to do, back up your theme just in case. I mean, this is a fairly safe thing to do, but we're just duplicate it just to be sure that we're not going to lose anything, and if we do, we can roll back to the old duplicated theme. So we've got a copy there of debut, which is just the default theme that we're using. And now under actions on our live theme, we're going to go to actions and edit code. And then once this will load up the code editor for the theme. Now we want the theme.liquid file, which is the main template wrapper for everything. So if you just click on this in this side, and that's displayed it here. So where the Google Analytics code needs to go is inside this head section, but it needs to go just before the end of it. So we're looking for, if you do Control and F or Command and F on a Mac, and you'll get this little find window. So if you just do an open bracket and then look for this head, you can search down for it. It's in debut theme, it's on around 166, the line is there. And then all you need to do once you've found it, like I say, you can search for it or just scroll down and find it. And then just above it, under content per header, we just need to paste in our site tag. You can tidy this up if you want to make it all in line with everything else, so however you want to space it. And then once that's in, just make sure it's all complete. So you should have one script file at the top that ends itself, and then an open script file with your tag inside it, and then the end of the script file, and then go to save. And then once you've saved that, what you should be able to do then to test it is jump onto the front of this, and then you'll be able to just click back and forth on here. One tab there. If we jump back into analytics, go into home, go into real time, and that'll give us an idea if anybody's actually on there. And we should, there we go. So that's me searching on there back and forth. So we've got the analytics set up and working now. What will happen eventually, make a note of this, what you've done. So in your theme.liquid, make a note of where it was, if you can, just the line number, just to make it easy so you can come back to it. eventually what will happen is Shopify will modify this to either accept the new tag on its own, or there'll be two sections, one for G4 tags and one for the old tags. But it's worth getting it into here once they update it, because if I were to say change my theme now, the Google Analytics tag is only assigned to this debut theme. So if I were to switch to another theme, I would lose my analytics tag. So every theme that you intend to use, be sure to have that analytics code in there. And obviously the benefit of having it here in the preferences is that it's only written once. It doesn't matter if you change your theme, you've just got this base analytics code here that works for everything. So in the future, it's worth rolling it back into this. But if you only have access to the Google Analytics 4 tag, then it's your only option now is to put it into the theme. So it's a temporary fix, but it's worth having that analytics data in the meantime. So I hope that helped. If you've got any questions, just feel free to comment below, and if this actually did help, drop a thumbs up.